Today we're going to talk about UTM codes. So if you have no idea what a UTM code is, basically a UTM code is a custom URL that TPT helps you produce in order to track where your sales are coming from. We're going to talk first about how to use UTM codes, why they're important, and then we'll talk about actually like a how to make them at the end. So feel free to skip ahead if you already are sold on UTM codes and you just need to know where to go. Flip ahead, and if you want to know a little more information, then you can just stay right here. All right, so UTM codes, again, are something that Teachers Pay Teachers allows us to create to track where our sales are coming from. So you can make a UTM code for anything in your store, and when you do this, you pick what link you're going to put in there. So it could be your whole store, it could be a section of your store, it could be just one product. You say where it's coming from, and then you give that code a name so that you can actually identify it. This is very important because later on you're gonna need to see this. It'll give you a code, and that's what you can put in your YouTube videos or in your Instagram stories or in your emails or just in whatever. So that's kind of the gist of what UTM codes are. They are very, very helpful to use in your marketing. So again, you can put them anywhere, but making them as specific as possible is gonna really, really help you. These are great to keep track of where people are coming from and like specifically where they're coming from. So I am really big on doing this for like YouTube videos and for blog posts especially. I want to know which blog posts people are actually clicking on the links and going to my TPT shop from. I use them in every email that I send with really specific things so that you can see which email people were actually clicking on, and I use them in other places too. I hear other people usually use them on Pinterest. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to Pinterest, so I don't do that. But then you can track who's actually clicking on a particular pin that you have set to go to that resource. You can also use them in like your ads. This is a great way to test different ads. You can have, maybe if you have like 2 different ads that you're running, and you can do different UTM codes so that you can track which one's doing better, and then you can turn off the one that's not doing as well and really focus on the one that is doing well. UTM codes are so helpful because they show you what is working and what is not working. So from a UTM code, you can look and you can see, oh, cool, this is doing really well and this maybe isn't. So I can see this blog post is killing it because a lot of people have come. Maybe this one needs a little more help because not as many people are clicking on the link. You can then use that data when you look at your dashboard and you look at your traffic to plan out what you're going to do next in your plans of attack and just what you're gonna do. These are so important because tracking where people are coming from is going to make a huge difference. It's also going to help you in further marketing. So for example, I have found from doing this that I get a lot of traffic from my blog, and I can see which posts convert well and which don't. And from that, I can look and see, okay, this many people clicked, but they didn't purchase anything. And I can go back into my blog and I can reword it to see if maybe I can get more people to click on the link, or make sure that everything is just flowing well so that people want it. The same thing goes for, I mean, pretty much anything. I also see from my dashboard that honestly my Instagram does not convert well. I have some theories about that, but when it comes down to it, my Instagram just doesn't really convert well. I don't have a lot of people going from Instagram to my store and purchasing things. So I am working to beef that up a little bit, and if I'm successful, I will let you know how I did that. I can also see that YouTube did not convert well for me, and this used to drive me crazy because I was putting all this effort into YouTube and not seeing a lot of results. Now I can see that it's because I had some major problems with my YouTube channel, and that's one of the reasons that I figured that out, because I was like, why is this not working? I don't understand what is happening. Why isn't anyone clicking? Why isn't anyone buying? And all of those things. And if you're like, what is Becca talking about? You can check the link down below for the video where I talked all about how I messed up my YouTube channel and what I'm doing going forward in order to hopefully fix that. We'll see how that goes. I'm expecting my YouTube to convert a lot better now that we're fixing things up. I can also look at very specific things. So for example, when we have sales for TPT, like the big TPT site-wide sales, I typically send about 3 to 4 emails. Why am I telling you this? Because I know which emails convert the best and which ones don't convert as well. How do I know that? Because I use different UTM codes in each email. So I usually have, if it's on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, on Tuesday I'll have Tuesday sale email, and then on Wednesday I'll have Wednesday AM sale email and Wednesday afternoon sale email. And I can look and see exactly what people clicked and then purchased, how much they spent. And because of this, I know that my Wednesday morning email, y'all, in the last sale, my Wednesday morning email made me $193. Just from the Wednesday morning sale. That's not even including the email that I sent that afternoon or the email that I sent on Tuesday. Just the Wednesday morning sale email. Just that email that I sent that took me 12 seconds made me $193. What? That is crazy. And that's in addition to anybody who maybe saw the email and then went to their school desktop and looked there and didn't actually click the link to go to my Teachers Pay Teachers store. And that's on top of everyone who is already on Teachers Pay Teachers. That's just from people who clicked on the link and then purchased something. So why I'm telling you this is because the next time there's a sale, I'm going to pretty much copy the same words. And this is what I did for the last one, is I copied the words from the last time, and I can just change the links to whatever's relevant, but keep the same sentiment, the same kind of words, the same kind of calls to action to make sure that I am doing just as well, or hopefully even better next time. I also know that my Wednesday afternoon email doesn't do as well, so I'm testing each time to try to see if I can beef that up a little bit. I think part of it is just because of the time that I send it, because it's like a last call and hopefully people already purchased in the morning, but still, I saw that last time it didn't make as much money, so this past sale, I really tried to beef that one up and see if we could just make it a little more convincing and a little bit better. That's one really specific way that you can use UTM codes to track what's happening and use it to change things in the future. Now, I do want to caveat, like I usually do, in that UTM codes don't tell the whole picture, because like I said with the sale, is that email did not include people who were maybe on my email list that saw it in the morning on their phone and then went to their desktop and purchased something from there. Same thing with Instagram. I have seen sometimes where I will post something to Instagram and then immediately or within the next day I will get a lot of sales on that item, even though it doesn't say it's from Instagram. But I'm like, but I just talked about it and now people are buying it. So I don't think it's 100% accurate because of the whole, you know, oh, I'll go buy that when I'm at school tomorrow, or oh, I need to go home to my other computer, or just all of those little things that kind of factor in. So do take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't tell the whole story, but it does still make a difference. And with that, we are going to hop right into the tutorial portion of this video. So I will see you on the outside. All right, friends. So in order to make a UTM code, what you're going to do is you are going to go, actually I already have it pulled up, but I can do it anyway. If you are on Teachers Pay Teachers site, then you come up here to, I don't know what that's called, the little drop down menu, and then hit dashboard. And then here, oh, such a beautiful number. I made more money during the sale than like ever before. It was great. So what you do is that is your dashboard, and then you hit traffic, and this will show you any codes. So you can see this is this week. I always look at least a month or a quarter, by the way, because I just find that 1 week is not quite enough. So there's like Pinterest. Ooh, Pinterest is low right now. Huh, interesting. And then you can see like this is one of my emails. So this is my email service provider, and I always label them as BMR, Becca's Music Room, and then what it is and the date. And you can see from just, this is a UTM code. From this UTM code, I
made $63. Like that is one email, I made $63. And then my website, and then you can see this is using the UTM codes during the sale. So I have the Tuesday email made me $75. The Wednesday morning email is always the best one for me, is always the second day in the morning, and that made me almost $200 just from that one email. And then my last call email made me $57. So just from my emails during the sale, so during the 2 days of the sale, just from the emails that I sent out these 3, I made $325.89. So that is literally just from the emails. That doesn't count people who just came to shop or who are already looking or already had things sitting in their wish list or anything. Nothing. So just from the email. That's why I'm so big about this. And that's also why I'm so big about you tracking it so that you can know that. And by the way, I get this question a lot. For TPT emails, that is just any email that TPT sends out. So that could be the newsletter, but it also is more likely when they send out those like new from your favorite teacher author kind of emails. So just a heads up. So I'm going to click URL builder down here at the bottom. It's pretty straightforward. So the first thing you need is the URL of your product. So I am here on my store. I like to open 2 different windows because it just makes life a little bit easier. So I am looking actually not for this one, but I'm looking for the digital version. So this is what I want. So I'm going to take this URL and paste it here. And then it says source. So like on my website, which is where this is going to be. So I'm going to write beccasmusicroom.com. You can use the actual page, but usually what I do is BMR, Becca's Music Room blog. And the reason I do this is because sometimes you end up with other people's UTM codes. So I just saw one. So like Learn Me Music, that's not me. I don't know who they are. I saw a couple. They're usually at the end. TPT Music Crew, that's not me. Simply Kinder is not me. Sweet Sounds from the Music Room, not me. So all of these are just really helpful. And then I found this one. So I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing this is Make Moments Matter blog. I don't know. But so that's when someone comes from their blogs or their UTM codes and they happen to purchase something from your store. So I always put BMR, Becca's Music Room blog, because when I do emails, I do BMR email and then what it's called. So this post is book-based music lessons. And then you just click generate URL, click that link and it copies, and then you put that wherever you need it. So I am putting that into my blog post. So I'm gonna put that on a separate line, highlight it, link it. If you are a blog person, I always open it in a new tab. That way people can come back to it, and hopefully that will do well. It didn't like my header. Yesterday my blog was being like super wonky, so I'm a little apprehensive of whether it's going to work or not. But that way anybody who comes to this particular blog post and they click on that particular link, they will show up as that UTM code. So I will be able to track it and I can see who came from which blog post, so which blog posts are making me the most money and just all that good stuff. That's pretty much it. I'll link this one down below in case you need it. It's super, super fun. The kids get to, there's like little rhythms right here and they get to drag the rhythms to make the rhythms of the words. Super cool. Anyway.
All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.